Hey friends, I have the pleasure today to be speaking with the one and only Storm Large, who will be performing with Pink Martini December 14th in the Winspear Opera House for their Season of Stars program. Storm, thank you for talking to me.
You're so welcome. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so where are you at the moment?
Right now I'm with my band on tour. We're in Indianapolis.
Okay. And then you'll be here on the 14th with Pink Martini. Have you ever performed in the Winspear Opera House before?
I believe so in Dallas. I think it's been a long, long time.
Okay.
Last time I performed in Texas was Houston with the Houston Symphony and Stephen Reinecke, but it's been quite a while since I've been to Dallas, so I'm looking forward to getting back.
Great. Well, the Winspear is a beautiful spot for Pink Martini, and that sound and like the voice. It's an opera house, so it sounds just perfect. So I think you'll enjoy it if you haven't been in there. And I know they have. I think China Forbes was with them last time that we had them. So okay, so you are the subject matter expert on the show. So I first of all, for the uninitiated into the Pink Martini experience. Give us that idea of what to expect there. And then for the rest of us, what is specific about this Season of Stars performance that's maybe a little different or unique?
Well, Season of Stars is really a celebration of all of the guests that have come along, including myself, into the Pink Martini family over the years. I joined Pink Martini in 2011 when China Forbes needed vocal cord surgery.
Right.
It was just going to be a little tourism detour from my career, but then it was very, very complimentary to both of our careers, and it helped with China when she wanted to be with her son. Like right now, she's taking 2 years off to enjoy the last 2 years of her son in high school.
Oh, cool.
And so, but she can. It really speaks to the culture of this band that the lead singer can walk away and the band not lose momentum because we have such a collection of incredible singers, and everyone in the band in and of themselves are brilliant soloists. I've never seen myself as necessarily, they were like, "Oh, you're like the other lead singer." I'm like, "No, I am one of 15 soloists."
Right. Right.
You
And
know,
there are two others with you this time around too, right?
I believe it'll be Jimmy Harad and
Yep.
Ed Vasquez, who
Yep.
are, I mean, have you ever heard it? First of all, I am definitely guilty of speaking in hyperbole. I am a big fat exaggerator.
Okay.
However,
Go for it.
Jimmy is probably the best human voice you're going to hear in person. And it's shocking. And then Edna comes out, and you can't believe the sound that she makes from her face, and her passion, and her songwriting, and her energy, and just the joy that because we all love each other.
Yeah.
We're all big, goofy, weird, like international family. Just kind of like just sort of the answer to all of the woes that we've been suffering under these last few years of division and acrimony and suspicion and othering. We're a bunch of super different weirdos all on stage together, creating one emotional experience for the entire audience to just get swept away with, enjoy, and now, especially Christmas time, in all of the holiday classics and the Christmas songs and Hanukkah songs and just exuberant dance songs that just everybody can just shake off all their office party shitty food and dance it off and sing along and have fun.
Yeah, that's great. And there's nothing like being attending a live performance to make you feel like you're part of a community. And I know the fun that you described that Pink Martini is with how like jazzy and stylish and the audience moves along with you guys in a way that I think is special. And you said there's some holiday music.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yes.
December, baby. Santa is watching. Santa
Now,
is watching. We all have to be really good.
now, I'll be honest. My wife looks at me like I'm insane all the time because I don't know holiday songs very well. I mean, I've heard all of them and I like them. I'm like, hey, it's Christmas. But I don't know the lyrics to them. I don't know.
You're not a singer. I think singers have the benefit and also the curse of remembering
Uh,
words. And so we're pretty good at picking up language. We're pretty good at imitating accents and voices and vocal fry and that kind of thing.
right.
And also, but like my band calls me the supercomputer that somebody spilled a beer on because I can
Good.
remember like weird beer jingles from 1971 and I can like little things that I heard one time. Like Thomas and I have that kind of brain. So if you're a musician, you'll remember it. It's like pop music because the best holiday music, ironically, the best Christmas music were written by Jews in New York, and they were written by pop geniuses.
Uh-huh.
They're very catchy. That's why people just keep singing them.
Do you have a favorite that you perform during the show?
Oh God. Um, Pink Martini's holiday album is my favorite of all the Pink Martini records.
Okay.
They've got some great records, but that's my by far my favorite. Um, and I love oh We Three Kings.
Mm,
It's like a sexy sort of it's a sexier kind of swing to it
yeah.
and more mystery. Um White Christmas, Auld Lang Syne in 3 or 4 languages, and it's like a big romp. It's just it's a glorious time, and it's that you know that moment at the end of every show, people are on their feet, and it's like this huge relief.
Mm.
It just there's so much gratitude from the band and from the audience of just like I needed that so bad. And especially now since COVID, man,
Yeah.
I've noticed, I don't know if you've noticed, but people are coming out more to live music
Mhm.
and theater and comedy and you know there is this encroaching cynicism of stay home, stay online, stay informed. It's terrible.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah, good
home.
word. Yeah.
You know, but there's this radical act of optimism happening in the collective where people come to these shows and they're like, yes, yes, this is life. This we're alive. We're here. We're still here. And we can still feel and we can still love and we can still be excited and look forward to things.
Yeah.
And I think that's it's like a teeny little battle against the dark.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, music and comedy I find are particularly needed at the moment from people as they gather. Um,
Oh,
yes, you are right about that. Now, and you mentioned languages. Pink Martini is a very international type of thing. And so I assume you had to learn to sing in some languages you might not necessarily speak. So do you have like biggest creative technical challenges that go along with that and any stories along those lines?
Thomas is really good about teaching when he wants you to do a song that's particularly difficult, like say Farsi.
Hmm.
Very difficult. And also, I don't want to be the white girl who like is attempting Farsi and says it does it all wrong. Um,
Yeah, you better do it right.
yeah, you got to do it right because there's cultural implications and um, so Thomas often arranges a native speaker to teach me.
Okay.
And then there's often, especially if it's an older language, the translations can be tricky, can mean several different things. So I have to know what I'm saying in order to make the song make sense. But once I'm inside of it and I feel it, I know it, it's in my mouth, it's in my cells, it's in my bones. You don't have to know the language to know what the song is about.
Right.
And so that's the magic of it. But when I first joined Pink Martini back in 2011, because it was an emergency. China had to go on vocal rest.
Right.
Thomas was like, please, 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 will you help me? And then China was like, I was like, I'll only do it if China is okay with me doing it. And then China emailed and she said, yeah, please, well, you'll be doing us a huge favor. So I said, okay, when's the gig? And it was in 4 days at the Kennedy Center.
No pressure.
4 sold out shows at the Kennedy Center. And so I had to learn 10 songs in 5 languages in 4 days. They let me have a cheat sheet on a music stand. And I told Thomas, I'm like, when you introduce me, you don't understand what it's like when it's a female lead singer, suddenly beautiful, stylish China isn't there. And here comes Boobzilla, and they don't know who I am. They're gonna be like, "Who is this whore? Where's China?" Like you have to tell them that I am doing you a favor. That China is injured, and that China asked me. It has to be singer to singer because people are weird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Team Brittany, Team Christina, Team Lynn. It's like we always have to pit women against each other. I don't create the culture. I participate in the culture. I try to battle the stupid parts of the culture like this. But he did. To his credit, he did. And then I was embraced by the audience, and now they accept me as part of the band.
Yeah.
But yeah, even like in interviews and stuff, when China and I tour together, seasoned music writers would be like, so you and China together back, like, what's that like? And I'm like, well, we get our periods at the same time, and then we fight, and then we have a slow motion pillow fight, and the pillows explode, and our shirts come off, and then we have a bath.
Okay, so that's what we can expect in the Winspear Opera House, December 14th, December 14th. No, hey, and I think we've gotten a little taste of your personality, and I am a connoisseur, I think, of the irreverent, and I feel like you are too. And one thing that stood out to me in your bios, your one of your early bands, Storm and the Balls, which uh tickles me. Could you give me an idea of what that was like? And that's a totally different style, or it's like a mixture of styles, I guess.
Counter fluid. What it was I had been in pop bands and rock bands for years, like 12 years. And everything was about, oh, you got to get a hit single. Oh, you got to lose weight. Oh, you got to stop swearing so much. Oh, you got to stop talking. Don't be funny. Just sing. You got to sound like Sarah McLachlan. You got to sound like Jewel. You got to sound like Paula, whatever.
Take your pick.
Paula Cole. Whoever, whatever, white, fucking whatever they were trying to compare you to. And so it made me so happy when that part of the industry just crumpled in on itself, because it was just regurgitating the same. And they didn't know what to do with me. They knew I attracted attention. They knew I was talented. So the Balls was, I'm going to have fun with music. And I'm not going to try to get signed. I'm not going to try to get a radio deal, radio hit single. Maybe I'll record. But I'm going to have a good time, because I know if I'm having a good time, I'm going to fill a room with people who will have a good time with me. And so the Balls was basically started out as doing punk rock and heavy metal songs as lounge covers and jazz standards. And then they became mashups. We would do live mashups that were so crazy, but so fun.
Yeah.
Like we did Abagata Davida, which was Take a Chance on Me mixed with In the Garden of Eden with Iron Butterfly. Oh, Abagata Davida.
Yes.
Anagata Davida.
Anna, yeah.
And it totally worked.
Yeah.
And then we'd mix Metallica and Chicago and Green Day and but write these new songs using these old songs. And it was like, who has the balls to do that? Stone the balls. And but it was so fun. And it was never a parody. It was never making fun of music.
Yeah.
Was it was cherry picking the kernel, the center of the music, and making a new like Franken Monster song that speaks to something else. And so then it just kind of started writing originals, and then I was on TV, and then and so this show that I'm doing with my band, we're not the Balls anymore. We're the Boners, because we're moving up in the world.
Just a little up from there.
Up the ladder a little bit. Playing performing arts centers. So I'm doing my holiday ordeal shows, which are Christmas heavy, but also really I speak more to the Christmas spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like peace, love, and understanding, Nick Lowe. I consider that to be a Christmas spirit song.
Okay. Yeah.
And let's see, but I do Oh Holy Night and The River, Joni Mitchell, from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Hard Candy Christmas. And I try to just like, what I do is I take what's happening all around, like basically the elephants that are stampeding through every room.
Uh-huh.
And just like, okay, here we are. Wow, how do we get through this? This is how.
Yeah.
Just remember, we've been through things, we go through things, but we have people, we have air in our lungs, we have starlight, we have a full moon, we have snow crunching outside right now. I do.
That's cool.
And we have magic. There's magic all around still.
Yeah.
And we don't often stop to look for it, but it's there. And there's a lot of magic in having a room full of people singing along.
Absolutely. Yeah, and what impressed me about you going from like the Balls and the Boners and songs like I Want You to Die and stuff like that, and then on I'll play like your latest out, which I really enjoyed that one, and then your latest A Joyful Noise, and like your Silent Night is like the most tender, sort of beautiful version of that I've ever heard. So it was.
I love that you said that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's funny. I recorded that with the Von Trapps, the great grandchildren of Maria and Georg Von Trapp. They're friends of Pink Martini and me. And I came up with that when I was walking around the Grand Canyon. I was on a hike when I was driving cross country, and it was basically, and I told the kids, and the kids grew up in a musical family. They know music, they write music, they read music, they're very musically educated. I am a punk rocker. I don't know anything. But we got into the studio and they're like, so how are we going to do it? I go, well, basically it's a reverse engineering of the harmony.
Huh.
She goes, oh, they're like, okay. I go, I will start. And then you guys layer backwards to the melody. And we did it a couple of times, and it only took us like an hour. No click track, no key, no finding anything. And it was just, I love that. It's because it just trembles on the edge of falling apart like a butterfly wing in a storm. And it's the song about, Mary trying to find a place to have a baby that would change everything. Mm-hmm. And being poor, being scared. If you are a Bible person, if you're a Christian person, if you espouse those Christian beliefs, it's a very important song. Like I'm not religious, but I have deep respect for spirit. I've had a lot of spiritual occurrences. I've been around a lot of death. And so I have a deep, profound respect for spirit and for for people's faith, as long as they're not harming others, but with it. But yeah, so I think that song was, I love that jumped out at you.
It was awesome right away. You know, as soon as it starts, you're like, whoa, this is very different. And it just, you know, you can tell when you hear something that sounds special and new, you know. That was very cool. Hey, so I think I've probably taken all your time for your morning. You have, yes, finish your coffee. You have been, that was without coffee. You have been a delight to talk to.
Are you going to be at the show?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to bring my wife and daughter, and we're going to check it out. Yeah.
How old is your daughter?
She's 12.
Oh, perfect.
Anna, yeah. And she loves going to see live stuff. She loves theater and, you know, and all that stuff. So I think this will be a special experience. Get our holiday season started in kind of a unique way. And friends at home, you can do that as well. If you go to attpac.org, it's December 14th. That's a Saturday night in the Winspear Opera House. Storm Large, Pink Martini, and other guests along the way. And Storm, enjoy Indianapolis. We'll see you next weekend.
See you next weekend.
All right.
Thank you so much. Nice to talk to you.